July. I don't know if we'll be doing any confessions today here on AM Minnesota. We were going to do this, as I noted on our plug of the show on our KDHLradio.com website. We were going to do this show from the International Space Station, but we couldn't get the money raised to take us up in a rocket, Joe, so unfortunately we have to do it right here in studio. Wouldn't that have been cool to do it from the International Space Station?
No, I'm good here.
You don't like heights or what?
Not really.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to go up there in space. I think that'd be awesome.
Not for me.
See the planet below. That would be amazing, I would think. Anyway, Joe Donahue is in again this week from Faribault Ace Hardware. We're going to talk about some terrific sales going on over there. You've got the big green egg demonstrations tomorrow, and you were just saying you're going to have 10 green eggs cooking.
Yep, we're going to have 10 eggs. Basically one of every size they make, and we'll have a few, about 5 larges cooking. We're going to cook a wide variety of food. We're going to do meats, vegetables, desserts, breads. We're going to mix it up all day long.
Desserts?
Absolutely.
I have never done a dessert on my grill.
On the big green egg, you're really not limited.
So you're talking pies?
Yeah, we're going to do a pie.
Have you done this before at home?
I have.
I'll be darned.
Yep.
I didn't realize you could do a pie.
We're also going to do pizzas, and that's the one thing a lot of people don't realize. They can do, breads, they can do pizzas, they can do, loaf bread, you can do dinner rolls. You're really not limited with this grill. So versatile.
Never have to turn on, well, you wouldn't even have to have an oven.
Not really.
Just think of the money you'd save if you didn't have the oven.
Well, during the late spring and summer, my oven never goes on. I'm always using my grills.
I don't blame you. But you'll have demonstrations there, and people can get some goodies, and all the proceeds I know are going to go to a great cause.
Yeah, we're going to just ask for a small donation, and we'll give out samples, and the donation is going to go to the Faribault area Beyond the Yellow Ribbon. It's a group that helps military families when they're deployed and when they get back to the States.
Now it says here you got grilling lessons too.
Yeah, as part of the demonstrations, we're going to be answering all the questions people have. So if they really want to know from beginning to end how to cook a particular type of thing, we'll be there to answer questions. Myself, I'm going to be cooking. Tyler, my store manager, will be cooking. And then my rep from Bakery and Egg will be here also cooking.
All right. You can do everything imaginable. Is there anything you can think of you can't cook on a green egg?
Not really. I really can't think of anything.
Wow.
We're going to be doing some fish too. That's another thing that's
well, big around here.
Oh,
sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Ooh. Well, you can smoke on this, right?
Absolutely. Yep. You can crank it down to 225 degrees, 250 degrees. Slow smoke a pork butt or pork ribs for an extended period of time. Never reload your charcoal. One load of charcoal can go at 250 degrees. I've burned up to 22 hours straight on one load of charcoal.
Smoked salmon, doesn't that sound good? Smoked catfish? About the only way
I'm not really a fish person, but
you're not?
I'm not. No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I love smoked salmon.
But for people that love fish, my wife loves fish, and every time I cook fish on the grill, she loves it.
Yeah, well, it's one of the only ways to really cook fish too. I mean, I think.
It really is. It just adds so much flavor.
Oh boy, I can think of a myriad of things that I'd like to cook on my grill that I can't cook on my grill currently, but I could if I had a big green egg.
That's right, and I think we need to talk tomorrow, Gordy.
Yeah. Again, 10 of these green eggs are going to be up, all of them cooking at the same time.
All of them cooking, yep. We're going to have those things going like crazy all day long. So
make sure you pop on over for that. You're going to have a number of representatives from various companies there.
Yeah, we're going to have Husqvarna there. They're going to be showing off some of the equipment as far as mowers, riders, walk-behinds, trimmers, chainsaws. He'll be there to talk about those. So if anybody has any questions, feel free. We'll have Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Wilson, and Rawlings there for our sports side.
All right, we'll 9 until 4 are the grilling lessons and demonstrations.
Yeah, we're going to do the majority of the cooking during those times, and we should be able to touch on a lot of different stuff though in that period of time. But again, if you have any questions, make sure to stop down, ask questions. We're going to be there to answer them. And even just ideas on recipes and that. We love to share that kind of stuff with each other, You know, all the people that are going to be cooking there tomorrow, we enjoy cooking, you know, so feel free to stop down and give us some of your ideas too.
And you were telling us last week there's a new big green egg out.
There is. This year there's one called the Mini Max, and it's more of a portable egg. It comes in a stand with handles on it. You can pick it up, put it into your camper, and it has about the grilling surface of about a medium big green egg, but it's shorter and stout, but it's more compact, so you can pack it away easier, you can move it around easier, but you know, what would be better than going camping and having a big green egg with you and do all your outdoor cooking on that.
Yeah. The only thing I'd be scared of is I can't leave it out at night because somebody would steal it.
Somebody would steal it, yep.
You know, in the campground.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to probably stash it away in the evening, but yeah, they're just a great tool to have, and you know, especially when you're camping, you want to throw something on early in the morning, let it smoke throughout the day. You just let it go and let it cook, and go on with enjoying your vacation.
And everything you can cook on the big green eggs, you can cook on this camper.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're going to be limited a little bit on size, so you're not going to throw a 20-pound turkey on there. But no, I mean, you can throw a pork butt on there. You can do ribs on there. Yeah, just so many different things you can do. And I know we've talked about grilling vegetables. You can do everything.
Yeah, it's the best way to have veggies, I think.
Absolutely.
As I told you last week when we were in Italy, all our veggies were pretty much grilled.
Yep. That's the thing, is vegetables, they stay more crisp. I think they hold their flavor better, and then that grill and that charcoal that we use, it adds flavor to the food too.
Yeah. Oh, that's another good point. You have the chips and the flavorings.
Yep.
Over at faribault.
Yep, we have all different types of wood chips you can add to your charcoal. You know, and the nice thing with it is you can not add chips and just keep it a milder flavor. If you want a little more smoke on it, you just add, you know, a flavor that entices you. If you like apple, you know, you use apple chips. You know, there's certain meats that different flavored chips go with better. Mesquite goes great with beef. You know, apple goes well with pork. You know, so just play with it.
You have lemon, pineapple.
We don't have quite that exotic yet.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Now, you know, we'll have you know, like cherry, pecan, alder. You know, obviously mesquite and hickory and apple.
Maple, I suppose.
Yeah, maple. Yep. So there's a lot of different choices.
I should try that. I've never gone that route.
Yeah. And it's fun to try something different each time, because all of a sudden you're going to find a flavor that you really like and really hits the trigger for you. So, you know, don't always be guaranteed that, oh, mesquite, I'm going to love mesquite. Well, try mesquite, but then try something else next time. You might find something that you enjoy even more.
Yeah, you never know until you try it.
That's right.
That's my motto.
Right.
You can tell by looking at me, I kind of like my food.
I think we all do.
And that's one of the joys of life. So again, the demonstrations are 9 until 4, and again, the proceeds, you're going to have, what, a box up?
Yeah, we're going to have a couple glass jars up there, and if you feel free to, you know, throw a buck in, throw whatever you feel. We're not asking for a certain amount of donation for a sandwich or whatever, but you know, it's a great cause, and you know, it can do great things for you know, the people that have fought for our freedom.
Yeah, it's fantastic that you're doing that. And that's the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon, which is local.
It is. It's a local group, and Troy Dunn is the head of the group in the Faribault area. And then we're going to have a couple guys from the National Guard come out. They're going to bring down a vehicle and also take donations for the group as well.
And I believe you said last week, if I remember right, Joe, that you've brought back the riding Husqvarna mowers.
Yeah, last year we had gotten rid of the riding lawnmowers basically because we didn't have the space and we couldn't figure out how to fit them in there. Well, we did some rearranging, we did some squeezing, and we got them back in this year. And so we got about 7 different models of riding tractors on hand. I've got about 8, 9 different models of walk-behind mowers, a lot of chainsaws, a lot of trimmers, so great selection of Husqvarna equipment.
Oh yes, different sizes. I mean, the 22-inch cut, the 30-inch cut.
I don't have the 30-inch cut on hand, and we just started carrying a few models of Toro walk-behinds as well. We don't carry the 30-inch that they make, but it is available in our warehouse that we can special order in.
And they'll be there in what, a couple days?
Yeah, usually we get freight. We'll start getting it Tuesdays and Fridays, so turnaround is fairly quick.
Yeah. So if you, in fact, that's a good point. If you don't see something in the store, which I can't imagine because you got everything in the store, but you can always order it in.
Yeah, and that's the thing, our warehouse has significantly more product than we have on hand in the store. So, you know, out of the 35, 40,000 items I have in the store, if you don't see what you need, we can get it for you.
Well, it's hard to imagine not seeing something in 35 to 40,000 items.
It's a lot of stuff, but you know, we pack it in there, and hopefully we have the right mix and the stuff you're looking for. But always keep in mind special orders.
Well, there's some other services you provide over there too. I know you make keys.
Yeah, we make keys. We program chip keys for the newer vehicles. We do ice skate sharpening for the A Sport side of things. We do lock rekeying in store. Pool water testing. Trying to think what else. We do window and screen repair.
That might be a service really needed here in the spring.
Yeah.
For some reason, the winter's hard on the, you know, on the screens.
They are, and pets, you know, diving through the screens, and you know, but we do screens. We'll do glass repair on windows. You know, we cut glass to size. We cut mirror to size. You know, do pipe cutting and threading. So if you need a specific length of pipe in a certain diameter, we can get it for you. You know, we also have, with our Husqvarna equipment, we service what we sell. We have an on-site shop, and we service everything that we sell.
And that's important to you, I know.
It is, and it had gone away for a couple of years because we didn't have the space for it, but we were able to figure out a way to get it back in. But you know, it was so important to me, if we're going to carry the equipment, to take care of the customers that purchase it from us. And with only servicing what we sell, that can make sure that we dedicate our time and make sure that we can get stuff turned around in a timely fashion.
Well, I was thinking about replacing my water heater because it's about 20 years old.
Mm-hmm. You got a good life out of it.
So it's not out of necessity because it's still working well, but the life of it's probably not much longer, right, Joe?
I would agree.
So I came over to Faribault Hardware, visited with Hank a little bit about tankless water heaters.
Mm-hmm.
Which you have there.
Yeah, we don't stock them in the store, but
right.
We can special order them. And tankless is a nice option. They're very efficient, and you know, if people don't know how tankless works, it's on demand. So as soon as the water starts traveling through the coils, it heats instantly and then runs out to the faucet. When you turn the faucet off, it stops heating, and you're not heating a full tank of water all the time.
It's energy efficient.
They are. They're very efficient.
It just seems to me to be the way to go.
They are. I mean, we still sell a lot of tank water heaters, but now with the new power vents, they're a lot more efficient than the old, you know, the old draft systems that they used to have. You know, they are much more efficient than they used to be, but that tankless is a very, very energy efficient option.
Now you're dropping some coin on the tankless.
You are. You're spending the money up front, but in the long run, it will pay off because of the energy savings.
Do you have any idea what the payback might be?
I haven't done the research on it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here on the teeter-totter of what I'm going to do. I'll probably replace it. Whether I'll go tankless or not is another thing.
Yeah.
You know, because who knows how much time I have left.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
Anyway, that's just one of the great items they have at Faribault Hardware. I know you do a lot of research, don't you, in terms of what you want to bring in the store?
I do. That's, you know, Ace has recommendations on things we should carry in our store, but if I don't feel good about the quality of a product, I'll pull it out. I try to be selective. It's like the grills that I carry. I try to carry quality. I don't want to carry something that I'm not confident is going to be good for the customer, because the goal is to have you be happy with your purchase, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And so that goes with our paint too. We have phenomenal lines of paint, and again, I've eliminated real low-end paint that I haven't been real confident in, because I want people to be satisfied with the products they get.
And we talked about it last week. When you get the painting utensils, make sure you get the quality.
Absolutely, get the quality paintbrush. Yep, you know, you're going through all the work of getting the room cleaned out, washing the walls, prepping. You want to make sure you use a quality applicator so the job ends up going on without any hitches. And you know, using a good roller cover can mean the difference between, is it going to be 2 coats of paint or is it going to be 3 coats of paint? So, and using a good quality paint is another thing. Use a good quality paint. It might reduce the number of coats you have to do by 1 or 2.
Yeah,
So.
and your computer there is amazing. I told you last week I brought in a little sample of my decking color, and my back door matches it perfectly.
Yeah, it's an amazing tool.
It's something else.
Yeah.
And you don't need much of a chip, right?
No,
Sample.
if it's about the size of a dime, that's about all we need. That covers the lens to take a picture of the colors. So that works out nice.
Just marvelous. And it can match any color.
It can, yep. Yep, it's when you get into really light colors, you know, you're almost better to try to do an eye match with a chip on the chip racks. But there again, we have almost 3,000 colors to choose from. So, but when you get into those medium range colors and deeper colors, it's usually spot on.
3,000 colors. Can you imagine, folks? 3,000 colors. I just can't imagine that. So again, Andy Tackett will be providing the live music. Will he be there the whole time, 9 to 4?
He'll be there from about 10 to 2 tomorrow, and then he has another gig tomorrow night. You think he's going to be playing down at F-Town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow. Oh, that's right. It's a big day in Faribault.
It is a big day, yeah. So hopefully we can have people that stop over to us run over there afterwards.
Because they're doing this special event around town this weekend.
Yeah, yep.
And you're part of that now.
I guess so.
I mean, might as well be, right?
I guess I planned it by accident, but yeah, it'll be a great weekend in town.
So make sure you get on over there, folks, and really it's pretty cool, I think, that you're donating the proceeds from purchasing of food items to the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon.
Yeah, and we originally were going to have a grilling competition. We couldn't get enough people entered to really make it a good competition, so that's why we changed it to doing just grilling lessons and demos on the egg and getting a bunch of eggs going.
That might work better, actually.
Yeah. And then what we're going to do, though, is the money that we're going to give away as prize money is going to be going to the Beyond the Yellow Ribbons. So.
So you want to, in some way, shape, or form, replenish that.
Yeah, yep. We want to make sure we support as well.
These representatives will be able to answer any questions I have about whatever the products are.
Yeah, they're going to have, you know, it's going to be obviously a lot of baseball and softball and fast pitch right now, but
Sure.
If there's another sport you're interested in, be sure to ask them any questions. So.
Wilson, I mean, we're talking big names here. Louisville Slugger, Rawlings. I think everybody that's a sports person knows those names.
Oh, absolutely. They've been around for a long time.
And of course, Husqvarna, they've been around a long time.
Yeah, Husqvarna actually started up as a musket company back in the 1700s, I think, and they've been around a long time. They've made, they still manufacture guns as far as I know. They make motorcycles, but they've been making outdoor power equipment for quite a few years. They have a plant down in Arkansas and I think South Carolina, and their corporate office is in North Carolina. So most of the equipment is actually made right here in the United States.
And it's durable.
It is durable stuff. I've been selling it for about 12 years, 13 years, and I've been very, very happy with the quality that you get for the price.
I know that's the reason you carry it.
It is, it is. And I mean, I have carried other brands in the past, but I just have kind of narrowed it down to them because it's they've just been good to work with, and I've been happy with the quality that they carry.
And you'll have every size available,
yeah.
Basically.
I don't carry every particular model that they make, especially when it comes to tractors,
Sure.
because again, there I want to try it. There's certain things I watch for in quality, and there are certain ones that maybe have a thinner deck that I'm not real satisfied with the thickness of that deck. It's going to be a lower price point, but I do actually stay away from those to some extent because the confidence I have in the heavier deck. You know, deck is very important, durability
Sure.
of deck and the quality of the cut, and those mowers they're still good, but I just I can only carry so many,
Right.
so I'd rather carry the ones with the heavier decks.
0 turns.
I don't have any on hand, but I can special order 0 turns in. And I think my rep is going to have a commercial 0 turn with him tomorrow to show us. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think he was going to have a commercial 60-inch PZ 0 turn.
So that's available too for order.
For order, yep, yep.
I mean, if
We can get any model that they make, we can get it. They also make an articulating riding lawnmower. It's called the Swedish Rider. It actually bends like in half to actually turn. Your back wheels swing around for the turning on the mower, and the deck is out on the front. It's a great mowing piece of equipment. They make a two-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive unit. I can special order those in as well, and they're a phenomenal mower.
You're not spending a lot of time backing up with that.
No, and it's hydrostatic, so it's a foot pedal, back and forth. No shifting, you just go. They also make a snow blower and a broom for it as well. And snow cleanup is really just a jiff with this thing because the way you can maneuver this one around. So
You have that at home?
I used to have one, but I actually change it up every couple of years so I can try out the different units myself. So.
But this is one you'd recommend?
I would recommend it. I don't stock one. They do cost a little bit more, but for what you get, they're well worth it. And I have sold a handful of them. They are very nice mowers.
Well, it makes sense. If you're to get a mow, why not have it be a snow blower too?
Exactly. And all the tractors, we have snowblower attachments you can purchase for those as well. So they are, you can use them all seasons. You don't just have to put it away at the end of the summer. So
the hours again for the grilling lessons, the demonstrations are 9 until 4, and you'll answer any questions people might have. And if you can't answer, of course, you've got the Green Egg representative right there.
Right, absolutely. So if you have any technical questions about the grills, we can answer those. If you have anything about warranty, we can answer that. If there's something we're unsure of as far as warranty goes, we got the rep there to make that final call. So
think about this, folks. You can make breads on it, you can make pizzas on it, you can make pies on it, which I didn't realize before. There isn't anything you can't make on the big
I'm
Green
still
Egg.
trying to think, and I can't come up with anything.
Vegetables, of course, you can put on it. Fantastic. So get on over, folks, and take advantage of this deal. 9 until 4, tomorrow the grilling lessons, the demonstrations. There's no charge to get in.
No.
But if you want to eat something, they'd like you to put a little money in to go to the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Committee.
Exactly, and that's all we're asking for. But we will have a lot of food available to try out, so feel free to stop down. And we got some great specials going on in the store. We're fully loaded for spring. We are packed full right now. Lawn and garden is completely packed full. We have all the fertilizers, whatever you might need. We're ready to go.
Well, and it's going to be ready to hit here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get a few days of sun and get some 50-degree days, things are going to start greening up very quickly.
You want to get that crud out of your lawn.
Exactly. Yeah. Once the grass starts growing, do some dethatching, but remember your crabgrass control. That's the first one you want to get down for the year. Great option is the Scott's 4-step program. It gives you a different bag of fertilizer for each part of the summer, so you can spread the fertilizing out, and it's amazing the difference actually following that 4-step program can do for your lawn.
In fact, I might want to do that this weekend. I've noticed some creeping Charlie that's trying to get its ugly head reared in my yard.
Well, the nice thing with the 4-step program, it takes a couple years of being diligent about it, but once you get your grass really growing healthy, it will actually choke weeds out and reduce the amount of herbicides you're going to have to use on your lawn as far as broadleaf killers or whatever. So having a healthy lawn will save you money as far as using those other products as well. But if you do have some serious weed problems, we got things to take care of that as well.
Plus the aggravation. Now, I had somebody tell me they thought creeping Charlie looked nice because it was, purple, but the smell,
Yeah, when you mow that stuff, it's awful. And it grows so fast.
And it spreads when you mow it.
It does. It's an awful weed.
Horrible. I don't know why they call it Charlie either. I feel bad for people named Charlie. Creeping Charlie. Anyway, do we want to summarize what's going on tomorrow, Joe, before we leave the airwaves here?
Yeah, again, we're going to have some great specials going on. And we're going to have demonstrations and grilling lessons on the Big Green Egg. We're going to have 10 eggs going. There's going to be 3 of us cooking. We're there to answer questions, take recipes, share ideas, whatever. Andy Tackett's going to be playing there from 10 to 2. Some great live music. We'll also have reps from Husqvarna, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Wilson DeMarini on a sports side. And we're also going to have the batting cage open so that people can demonstrate or test bats tomorrow. So if there's a bat you want to test, our reps will have bats they can use, swing in. We just make sure you have a helmet with you. You have to have a batting helmet when going into the batting cage. But we're going to have that free to use to test out new bats and yeah, it's going to be a fun day.
And you can go down and rent that by the hour?
Yeah.
Rent it by the half hour?
Half hour and hour, yeah.
I was just thinking it'd be a cool thing to do with your grandkids, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
On a rainy day or something, head down to the batting cage.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
If you know, if it's raining out. Rather than going in the backyard, you just go down to your store and head into the batting cage.
Well, the nice thing too is even on a nice day, you can go in there, flip the switch, and the machine just keeps pitching the balls to you as long as you can hit them. So you don't have to worry about running out 200 yards to pick up balls, and it just works out nice. So if you want to get some swings in, get some practice in, it's a great way to try it.
Is there if I call the Faribault Ace General number?
Yeah, just call the Faribault Ace Hardware number, and it's 332-7414, and you can reserve a time. There are times too when you call or just swing in, it will be open and you can get in right away. But at this time of year, you know, people do reserve the spots fairly often, so it's not a bad idea just to give a call.
All right, folks, and by the way, there's special pricing too on all those demo eggs.